But Colbs, you gave me who is hot, but right now, man, who is not?
Yeah. I mean, look, the Chicago Cubs. They're tied for the least amount of hits through 12 games in baseball history. They are tied with that Detroit Tigers team, who I believe lost 110 games about 12 years ago. So, yeah, they are swinging the bats terribly. They are swinging at pitches outside of the zone. I see a lot of fly. That's what bugs me the most as a fan. If I can watch your at bat and pick out why you are having troubles right now, why can't you, or why can't your coach? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm watching Javier Baez and I'm watching Jock Peterson and I'm watching their swings, and they're just trying to pull everything. They're trying to pull a pitch that's 6 inches outside. First of all, you shouldn't be swinging at a pitch that's 6 inches outside, let alone trying to pull the ball. Like, use all fields. I don't understand what they're doing, and that's why they're not hitting well right now. And it's driving me nuts because I would love to just drive down to Wrigley and be like, guys, can I please have 2 hours of your time so I can get you guys out of this funk? Because I know what's going on. I'm watching your at-bats. I know what you're doing wrong. But you're not fixing it, and it's driving me nuts.
So, Combs, we have all been in that situation like in life where like we have just been in a rut and we can't get out of it. And no matter how hard you try, it gets worse and worse and worse, right? So for example, when like you're playing slow pitch softball and you just aren't hitting the ball well, you start to like stress out, you start to tense up. What do? You go to the parking lot, you drink a couple beers, you loosen up, you're like, oh, I'm just like whatever happens, right?
Just poop.
Like, and then you go 6 for 6, right? So maybe that is just what the Cubs need to do when they play the Braves and the Mets, this weekend series, and then the early series, and again in the early series next week. Maybe they need to like shuffle. They just need to shuffle up the lineup. Maybe move.
No.
Yeah, just shuffle up. Just draw. Just
no,
draw.
What they need to do is they need to figure the hell who they are. They need to make some moves. This team has done nothing to improve themselves since 2016. They've done nothing.
Drink, boys.
And this team just needs. We're talking about it because it's a who's hot and who's not.
But you referring back to 2016. Back in 2016, we were hitting the ball really well. It's 5 years have passed, Combs. You are now 40. You are no longer 35.
Wyatt Williams says, guess who's here? Well, we're leaving you backstage till we're done, Wyatt.
Yeah, so
anyways.
Moving on to the next one, who is not hot?
Oh, God. The Colorado Rockies. Worst record in baseball at 3-8.
Huh.
They are horrible. And, I mean, they've had kind of a tough schedule here in the early going, but they're atrocious, man. They are not playing good baseball right now. They're not quite hitting as poorly as the Cubs are, but 3-8. I mean, you've played the Dodgers for 4, but Arizona's a very beatable team, and I mean, you're giving up 10 runs to Arizona, then you go and you get swept by San Francisco. They're just not hot. They're horrible right now.
Yeah, man, and then playing the Dodgers and the Mets and the Astros and Phillies, I mean, their schedule does not give them any room to breathe at all. It's like if I was a Rockies fan right now, I'd be very, very frustrated, because it doesn't really get easy. And heck, maybe when it starts to get easy, oh nope, you pay Padres back to back, almost. So I mean, it is just so. Rockies fans, buckle up for a rough season. What it's looking like, right, Combs?
Yeah, absolutely.
So moving on to our last one, who is not hot? You have given us the Chicago Cubs and the Colorado Rockies. Who's your last team?
The Oakland A's. The Oakland A's are a team where I said at the beginning of the year, you watch this team and every year you pick against them and you don't expect them to be good, and they're going to have to prove me that they're not good before I count them out again, because they always find a way to win 80 to 90 games. But this team so far has been outscored by 26 runs, which is the worst differential in all of baseball. they are just getting beat, and they're getting beat good. They are right now the redheaded stepchild of baseball because they are just getting their butts whooped all over the place. So that is my last team who is not hot.
Yeah, so just to recap here, the three teams that you have who is hot, you have the Boston Red Sox. They have won 8 straight. The Milwaukee Brewers starting pitching. They have won 8 straight games as well, and 6 innings of pitch with 1 run or less. And then the Dodgers offense, they are 9-2 to start the season. They've outscored their opponents by 30 runs. And who is not high is your Chicago Cubs. They're just batting horrible right now. I believe you said it was the least amount of hits through any stretch of a 12-game period since 1902, right? Isn't that what you said last night? So absolutely historically bad.
And I know
right
people
now.
are gonna, and especially Tori is gonna come at me and be like, "Oh, but they've won 4 straight. The Oakland A's have." Well, they started out this season 0-7, so I'm glad that they're winning a couple games here and there now. But they just beat Arizona twice, which I've already talked about how bad Arizona is. They did take 2 out of 3 from Houston. And they did win that final one against the Dodgers in LA, but I mean, they've lost 8-1, 9-5, 9-1, 9-2, 10-3. Like, they are giving up a ton of runs right now. So that is why I have them in the not hot.
All right, guys. So that is who is hot and who is not. Man Hour Nation. Thank you for checking out that clip. If you're interested in watching the full show, the link is in the description. Click on it. Hit that like button. Share with a couple friends. And as always, Man Hour Nation, rise up.